Well, hello YouTube. This is my first commentary video in Elden Ring, potentially my last. We'll see how it goes. Today, I'm going to be showing off a fun character that I've been quite liking. I've got a couple builds, but I like this one the most so far. This is Tree-Herald Alda, which is a rune level 76, as you can see. Intelligence, sort of semi-quality hybrid spellsword character. I've got quite a few spells, but I'm primarily relying on melee. I really like the lance in this game. And I combo that with an offhand straight sword usually, or a staff, with the urumi, the whip, in the main hand second slot. Right here we're using the Partisan, which retains its fun little R2 from Dark Souls 3. But specifically with Storm Assault as the skill. We'll get into that in a second. Right now, using the Urumi, which is the whip that I mentioned. You get that in Carrion Manor. Very cool whip. R2, very nice. Has a poke at the fully charged state. People don't expect it. Also, yes, Hoarfrost Stomp is still okay. Alright, we're back to the Partisan. And we're going to see Storm Assault again in a second here. Storm Assault is a tool that is very useful when you've read your opponent and they're going to come in and try to spam something light or attack you with a running attack, something like that. It has a bit of hyper armor and it does quite a nice amount of damage. So in this invasion in particular, I have been in the world of a host who has been sitting AFK in the Rise. And I found a number of hosts like that, but if you stay in the world long enough, you're either going to get disconnected because of internet issues, or because the host legitimately disconnects, like I am pretty sure that one did. Either way, it's a win for me. Right here, we're using the Glintstone Chris dagger with the staff offhand. Daggers are very hard to justify using, but this one's kind of fun. The Glintstone Dart skill on this dagger specifically is special. You have a much longer lunge, and it is very interesting to use, but it's really a single target weapon. We do manage to get the kill with it, but they were basically playing solo. In Limgrave, the bane of invaders' existences right now is AFKers on the top of the first step roof or on these terraces. Bring Cannon of Haima on intelligence characters. Or, alternatively, a hand ballista, or even a jar cannon. Very useful tools. I do manage to hit this guy over into a place where I can see him, so I equip a bow, so I don't have to use FP to try to kill him. And I start plinking away. There is a hunter who is annoying me. Don't know if he knows what's up. But, he seems to be kind of memeing here, so we just take care of them. They're done. And we go back to plonking away at the host. I seem to be hitting terrain here, which doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, I hit the ground there, but the terrain does not visually extend to this point, so I'm not sure if it's a render issue or what. I don't know. But I missed several shots that appear visually to me to have hit, but we do manage to kill the host. There's another hunter. They know what's up. Thank you, hunter, for allowing me to get that kill and satisfy my ego. In this invasion, I thought I had another AFK host on the terrace, but no. It's just this guy standing here, waiting. He is here. I thought he was AFK, but he's just gonna kind of let me do that running R2 into him. Yeah, quite a bit of stamina damage, multi-hit, and, well, works out for me, I guess. I love the lance. Use the lance. The lance is very fun. Trust me. We got a 3-man here in the middle of the Church of Santa. Gonna use Cannon of Haima as a disruption mechanism. It does manage to hit, and I thought it killed, but unfortunately, no. Using the lance still. Ooh, we got a Moonveil, so I am booking it out of there. They're going to give chase, which is nice. I do manage to split them up somewhat. I do swap here to the Carrion Retaliation Shield. It needs to be changed, and I feel bad using it, but it is so difficult to fight against people like this if You're not using it. So, there we go. I take care of the Moonveil guy, and I just need to finish off this person who took all that damage from Cannon of Haima. There they go. Crystal Dart. Worth the FP usage. Might be. It does okay damage. It's not great. Going to use Carrion Piercer here. I used it earlier in that dagger invasion, and I had poise enough to get it off, and it did deal quite a bit of damage. Here, I don't manage to land it. I haven't really landed it that many times. Also, another tool that you need to have a good read on your opponent to be using effectively. Ice Spear, as I've said, on the Lance. Very cool. I think I called it Ice Lance, maybe. Maybe that was in the first take I did of this commentary. Pulling the veil off for a second. Yes, I have done this multiple times. Didn't like the first take very much, nor the second. Anyway, we're 1v1ing. I bring out the straight sword for some quick attacks, and backstab! They exist. Very difficult to get in this game. Mostly useful as a punish tool for whiffed colossal weapon attacks. Another AFK person. Missed that cannon. Well, we'll get him with another. Yeah, if you're invading here, you really, really need to bring a tool that can hit your opponent like Cannon of Haima. Very cool spell, very fun to use. Very situationally useful. So I think I've hit them over to where I can see them. Go back up to the top, investigate. They aren't there. What? They're moving on the compass. They decided they'd had enough, so we're gonna give them a fight. We go back to the Lance. They are using Bloodhound's Fang. A scary weapon, particularly because of the skill. The skill does a lot of damage, but otherwise it's a curved greatsword, so it's pretty predictable and has long windups on everything, including the beginning of the skill, which can be parried. Now, I'm not using a shield here. I'm relying on straight sword backswing to give me some damage. Also, we get a nice little attack there with the Lance, and a follow-up with the whip. Give him a clap, because fuck you, AFKer. I stand by that statement. Lots of activity at Boilprawn Shack and in Academy Gate Town in Liurnia. It is flat, it is easy to gank, and there is water, so if you have lightning, you deal tons of damage. Using a scythe here, which in Elden Ring feels not so great. It does pretty okay poise damage, as you can see. My opponent is using the Veteran's Armor, and I'm staggering them. Crazy. So we're getting some spells off here, nothing really landing, but we're gonna go for something in a second, which is interesting. We're gonna do Phantom Slash, and I get hit and staggered out, but the Phantom that I summon still goes off and deals damage. Pretty interesting interaction there, and it does clutch the invasion for me, so I suppose there's that. Scythes overall are kind of okay, but I've heard that they're alright with spinning strikes. Maybe you can find another Ash of War to apply that'll make them work. Maybe try it out and give me a comment about how it goes. Or maybe I will. We'll see. We got another soul here. This person is using dual halberds. One is the commander's something, I can't remember. Anyway, Storm Stomp on the halberd. Storm Stomp is very interesting. It combos into a lot of stuff, and it has not an insignificant amount of hyper armor. Notably, in this case, it combos into the halberd R1, but also some other stuff, like an uncharged Omen Cleaver R2, which does a pretty decent chunk of damage. We're going to chase down here, try to swap to the Urumi for the finish. Doesn't work out, to get the heal off. That's okay. Try using the Urumi R2. Again, love that R2. Very cool. A lot of people don't know what it looks like, and they don't expect that poke to hit them from really far away. Trying to build up some frost here, get the frost proc. Swap back to the halberd and backstab. Jumping attacks, punishable by backstab. Swap to the Guardian Swordspear for the kill. Big damage on that running attack. Thank you, Guardian Swordspear. Thank you for watching.